Hi, Assalamualaikum to everyone. Welcome to our webinar session, sharing session. So today we will uh, uh, discuss about impact of online learning due to COVID-19 in education. So here we invited four panel. First is student from SMK Taman Tasik, Mr. Kim.
Hello everyone, glad to be here.
And then we invite our school teachers, school from teachers from SMK Taman Tasik,
Hi guys.
our counsellor Mr. Saiful from JKM Bukit Mentajam,
Hi everyone. A pleasure to be here.
and our education officer at Penang, Sembilan Prai, Mr. Najmi Pahadi.
Hello, Assalamualaikum and good morning.
First all, we will discuss about the issue. Uh, what is uh, impact of online learning due to COVID-19 in education. For the first is we go the question to the our student that from SMK Taman Tasik that because a student having facing this issue. So student Mr. Mustaqim, can you share about your opinion and point of view about this issue? Okay, you can start, Mustaqim.
Thank you for the question, moderator Izan Nasir, and for our today webinar session. And Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everybody that watching this webinar. As we know that the spreading of COVID-19 in our country still keep increasing day by day. It's bring a lot of effect, especially in terms of education. In my opinion, as a student, I would like to say that even we are had a lot of online benefit toward our study, learning due to COVID-19, but today I would like to talk about the negative effect of online learning, such as the instructor tend to focus on the theory rather than practice. But what is learning theory? Learning theory is defined as a concept that observes, describe, explain, a guide of learning process of people or everything that relates. But I keep asking myself, why teacher or tutor like to use theoretical lecture? Okay, so the reason of the theoretical lecture because it was easier to implement online classes than practical lectures. This is because practical classes students tend to do some experiment in lab, but due to COVID-19, we had to learn to our practical project in online courses that require a lot of effort, due to the lack of face-to-face communication and physical classroom, such as workshop. But why the theoretical become a difficulty? In my opinion, as a student, uh, the theoretical become was a difficulty because it was boring and lacking of experiences and originality because it had been done so many times by the others. So we might get bored and difficult to understand about some topic that been taught by our tutor or lecturer about the fact that if this thing might going on, it will lead to stress and something hard to bring student attention or interest in some topic. And some of my friends have lost their interest to attend the classes because it's not effective way to maintain student focus. So I am a student hope that the tutor or teacher might need to use other learning technique to make sure we as a student know what we think so we can practice it in our daily life. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Mustaqim, student from SMK Taman Tasik, from he. his opinion. So what Mustaqim say that online learning or in online instruction tend to focus on theory rather than practice. So as we know, not all of courses that focus on theory only. Some of courses uh, they also focus on practical. So for the example is agriculture courses. So for agriculture courses, there is a big problem or huge problem to them because agriculture student need suitable environment to do practical. So there is a problem when this online learning where they cannot do and learn about their courses. So for example is about how to plowing, learn how to irrigate, sowing, those because they need a real and suitable place to do practical. So online learning is such a big problem. That's a true that Mustaqim share. Thank you from Mustaqim. Okay, for the next we go to our education officer, Mr. Najmi. Okay, Mr. Najmi. So what your point of view about this issue, Mr. Najmi? Can you share with us?
Okay, all right. First of all, thank you to my fellow moderators and my fellow friends. So the first thing first, I would like to, because I am surely that student with those skill studies and with those in those course in their course now theoretically it's difficult to be practicalized but also need to mention that the originality of doing online class learning is about genuine and is about honest to the student itself. And the point is the online learning classes is online learning classes is flexible because as you can see, the online education enables both teachers and students to set their own learning pace, and there's added flexibility of something, a schedule that fits everyone's agendas. For instance, students' agenda, lecturers' agenda, or teachers' agendas. And as a result, using an online educational platform allow us to better in our work, also in our degree. Because, for instance, this is the real case of my friend, which is from Egypt. He is managed to finish his third degree last year. In same way, he managed to finish second degree. So the first degree, I asked him, what is your first degree? Is doctorate. And then second degree is in Sharia, and last is in Da'wah Islamic, like that. So if we imagine that this doctorate is need practical, but how can our brilliant doctor finish his 3 degree and now he are taking the test for doing 4th degree in England. So this is really amazing for a student to doing to success and pass full in our life. So the key point is which the student itself is need to know whether this time is your best part to study, whether this time is your not best time for you to study, and also about the equipment and management. I think the government is now is need to focus more investing in building building a block for building block for classes, or investing in clothes, investing in students equipment. But in this new era, government should investing in students needy according to the online class learning. So from that is my opinion. I hope all of you get what is the best part in online class learning, and you will see our friends' idea. So that's all from me. I'd like to give to Izzat Nasir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Najmi, as our education officer. Okay, for the next, for the point that Najmi sharing that government or something to invest. Government should invest, make huge invest to education sector to improve education sector system and sector, because due to online learning, student require electronic device to learn something, to explore something. That's a good point and view from Mr. Najmi. Okay, and the next we go to our teachers, Mr. Zairul Ikhwan, teachers from SMK Taman Tasik. So, Mr. Zairul, can you share about your experience or about your opinion about the issue? Because you as educator, you have experience face this problem and this issue. So, Mr. Zairul, can you start?
Hi, you can hear me? You can hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you so much for our moderator, Mr. Izzat Nasir. Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. Okay, I want to thank you for everyone because investing your time with us on this morning. Okay. Based on your question, Mr. Izzat Nasir, okay, for my opinion about online learning due COVID-19 pandemic is a good choice in education for nowadays. Okay, sometimes online learning due COVID-19 pandemic have pros, but still have cons for everyone, especially teacher and school students. Okay, so bad effect of the online learning due COVID-19 is everyone not everyone can get good accessibility of internet. All right. Okay. Accessibility of the internet is the ability to connect the internet by using a device like smartphone, laptop, computer, and other device. Okay, so this accessibility of the internet can to access the service such as our website, Google's, social media, and other service. Okay. So why not everyone can get accessibility of internet? Because he have a lack of the device. They have old device and they have to lack of the internet connection, and data plan is so expensive. So this situation can disturb for my students do online learning session in my class and other classes. So for example, I can give my experience in my online classes. So the situation is one of my students have problem of internet connection, and making he unable to join my online classes. So he was give reason just internet is slow, sir. So for me, for his reason, I must accept and believe him. So this problem make him lost achievement to study for my subject, and he left behind to study with their friends in online classes the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so as a teacher, I do not want him study is drop. I do not want his achievement of study is drop. So my planning is doing classes and do recording for my online classes, and then my video recorded sent to him. So actually, this solution already done for by our teacher to avoid their students leave behind their lesson. So, so that's for example and my session. So, alright, I want to conclude this session. I want to conclude my session is online learning is not been easy for me and other teachers. We had to learn how to conduct our lesson online while keeping tab on students do not have gadget and access to the internet. So I hope our government do some things and have the best solution to for the issue to give online learning is effective and for school students the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Zairul, teacher from SMK Taman Tasik. So, thank you for sharing the experience, sharing the real situation that you having during conduct this online class. So, as that been mentioned by our panel, Mr. Zairul, that we know not everyone get a good accessibility of internet. So what we can elaborate here. So the internet is the important things. So in our life for this era, because how we can do assignment, how we can search for journal or something, must upload video, how without a good internet connection. So internet connection for right now is a basic things in our life, very important things to our life to continue our education in a good way. And then for what Mr. Zairul say, government needs to take some action. So is it true? Government maybe not invest. Maybe government should say, do something or take some action. For the example, maybe push the company that provide internet, make them they maybe can make them to ask for them to improve their service to us, because we need good internet connection to continue our life. Okay, thank you, Mr. Zero. Okay, for the next is we go to our counselor from JKM Bukit Mertajam. Okay, Mr. Saiful. So Mr. Saiful, as a counselor, as a problem solver, as the uh, problem solver and give some solution to this problem. So Mr. Saiful, what are your opinion about this issue? What's your point of view about this issue? Can you give?
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Thank you to our panel here. So, Izzat Nasir, our panelists, and who has joined our session. Thank you very much. Okay, first of all, I would like to to share with you guys the good impact of online learning due COVID-19 in education. Okay, first of all, our other panelists have shared some good thing and some bad thing, but I would like to add some good thing in this session. So first of all, I would like to talk about technology. Okay, what is technology? In this new era, and in this 21st era, we are relying on the internet as one of the great technologies that can help us within the new era. Not only internet, we have laptop, we have computers, we have mobile phone. So my point is we have to utilize the technology given regarding within the modern era. So we can go back to the 90s, to the 2010, 90s, 80s. Compared to the past era, nowadays we are relying on the internet as one of the way to gain information and knowledge. So even with the pandemic, we are also using the internet. So just when we are in the pandemic, current pandemic, we have to utilize it because of we can get many kind of information, good things that we can have, such as we can try to get work, we can have job advertisement and such. So during the pandemic, we are totally relying on the online classes to get the learning session go on. So we have to utilize the technologies that we have granted and can gain so much knowledge possible due to the COVID-19 pandemic era. So would like to talk about if we are intended to utilize the technologies, we can have a variety learning styles after the pandemic ends. As long as you are educator or you are a student, we can have a variety of learning style during this pandemic. So we can have first we can have online classes. So just imagine if we have ended the pandemic, we are living like normal again. So we can have two class. We can have face-to-face class. We can have online class. So the advantage of online classes is we are lacking time or having any problem to proceed with the face-to-face class, we can replace it with online class within free times or weekend. So it also apply to our current session right now in the pandemic. If we not cannot make online class, we can easily replace it with another time. So it can ease our time, it can ease our energy. We did not have to go to the class. We just waiting in our home, open our laptop, use the internet, and have class. So it applies to both students and both educator. So online class also make our communication skill improve. Okay, I will give you an example. Um, just imagine a student who have a low confidence in class. So he or she is very shy in the class. So when he or she is in the online class, uh, we can pretend that the way him or her communicate with the PC as a two-way communication. So it will improve her her charisma. He will improve her or him uh, the way of him talk. So, but if you join, we will feel yourself in the conversation. But if you don't join, what the point of improving the communication skill then? So, if you joining, we will be more confident in the online learning classes, and you will become a more charismatic student. And trust me, when you are utilizing the technologies that are good point for us, so we can make sure we are being a better person during the online classes, and we can proceed our next life with the internet that given granted to us. So back to our moderator, Izzat Nasir. Thank you.
Thank you, our counselor, our panel from JKM, Bukit Mentajam. Okay, for the point that he's sharing, so I take the utilize the technology. So we can utilize the technology along the modern era that been mentioned by our counselor. So this is a good point or good view that been shared from our counselor. but technology that we can utilize, but the basic thing we need to fulfill first is internet, because because when we don't have internet, we cannot access the technology, when we also cannot utilize the technology that we have. So that's a good point and good view. So the conclusion is everything that needed during this era, the most important is the internet. So we already thank you for Mr. Saiful already sharing the view. So here we asking to asking opinion and tips from our counselor, um, uh, because there is two situation and bad effect or problem that being given from our teachers and our student. So our teacher that we mentioned internet about internet access during this era, and then our student also be mentioned about he mentioned about just this online classes just focus on theory rather than practical. So as a counselor, as a advisor, as a problem solver, and what's your tips what are your tips and about this how to overcome this okay, Mr. Saiful, you can start.
Okay, thank you very much to our moderator, Izzat Nasir. So I would like to share my point of view, or not tip, just my point of view as a human, logically. So I am very interested with the point that made from our student here, Mr. Mustaqim, about online instructor tend to focus on theory than practice. Okay, this is a good point, and this is a good uh, how we can manage to make the things done. Okay, first of all, uh, currently we are having a pandemic situation. We are lacking time, or we are lacking some space to improve the practical session. So in my point of view, lecturers or educators or teachers can replace some method of practical class with practical some practical tasks. Okay, I will talk, but because I am an ex agriculture student. So in my point of view, maybe lecturers or educators can give some practical tasks with like give the student have to record the video what they are doing, so we can student can get the view of theoretically they are learning and can relate with the task they are given. So that's one of my point, what I can sharing. So second point from our teacher here, Mr. Zairul, says that not everyone can get good internet accessibility connection. Yes, this is a very hard situation regarding not everyone in this country can get the internet. So first of all, from my point of view, um, as a as an educator, you are having a responsibility to teach your student. We have a responsibility to make our student get the knowledge they are granted. So why not we are sacrificing ourselves to go to the places that have internet connection as well. But for me, as a normal person in this country, I'm very hope that our government have to make some deal with the telco in the Malaysia, so we can help the our students, our teachers, so we can proceed the education in online learning. Because of these are the way, one way to help the education in our country increase, so the student can get education that they have to get. So I do really hope that everyone can take the responsibility to make the thing, to make this thing happen, so everyone can get education. So that's all from my point of view. Thank you, our moderator Izzat.
Thank you, Mr. Saiful, and thank you for all. Okay, I hope everyone take the point that been mentioned, point and uh, been mentioned by our counselor, Mr. Saiful. So here we can see that online learning give a bad and good effect to us, especially student. So here we go uh, to the Q&A session. So there is a question inside the chat box. So uh, we read the first question and we will answer. And then the first is, what are the key factor for making an online learning more effective during MCO? Yeah. So for the first question is, I want to answer lah as moderator for this program. I want to answer for this question. The key factor for making online learning more effective during MCO. So the key factor is, I don't want to talk about devices. I don't want to talk about technology. I want to focus on emotional and emotional. The key factor is parent actually. Parent mm, is a very important role right now, because they close to the son, they close to the son, and then so as a parent we should give should motivate their son, because they will be having so many difficulties during online classes. So parents should take a important role lah, give support, give motivation to their son. So when they get enough motivation, get enough support, so it will be a smooth process, and the online learning more effective during this era. Okay, thank you. And then we go.
Sorry, I want to interrupt, but I do agree with the point from Izzat Nasir, which family is the key factor for making an online learning more effective during MCO. But the real key factor for this problem is communication and understanding. If you could understand your family, if you could communicate with them and give them information, give them the knowledge that you are a student, you need your me time, you need your study time, you need your as a student time. So it will enhance your study time. And not to mention, also mention about the communication. It's not applied to family, but also to lecturers also, because some of students having problems uh, with lecturer. Some students having a problem to submit the uh, assignments on due. So the key point is, we need to communicate with them politely. We need to understand them, and we need they also need to understand each other. So I think all of us here do agree with my point. If there is another point of view, or maybe uh, maybe not disagree with my point of view, you can also mention us in the comment chat, or can rest out here. Thank you to Izzat.
Okay, thank you to our education officer. Thank you for his answer also. Okay, we go to the next question. So the question is, as an educator, how do you ensure the quality of your online learning? Okay, so we go to educator Mr. Zairul Kwan. So Mr. Zero Ikuan, you can answer this question.
Alright, alright. I want to answer this question. Okay, so the question as an educator, how do you ensure the quality of your online learning? So, as an educator, I have planning to record online classes during my classes session, because when I record online classes, I can send for my students have a problem of the internet. So one this quality of the online learning. So not every class we do online class. So as an educator, we can first. Record first, because my student can rewatch more my video, so he can better understanding for my subject. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you. I hope I give
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zero. Yes. Okay, for the last question. So the question is, as a parent, what kind of support do you offer to your children on their online learning during MCO? So, this question is suitable for senior citizen. So, uh, any senior citizen you can answer this question.
Okay, let me try answer the question as a student. What my parents do to support me during online learning MCO. Okay, the first of thing as a parent, they should reduce the household work so that I had my space to learning, so to complete my homework. Apart from that, they should also give me some encouragement so that we can prevent our stress and overcome our problem. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Faid Mustaqim. Parent will to be. Parent in future. Okay, okay. Thank you for all. Thank you for enjoy. Thank you for joining us. Assalamualaikum.